Season 2 of NBA 2K24 is here, so in this video, I'm gonna give you the best dribble moves for all heights. I've been playing guard for over a month straight now in this game, so I have a good feel for which moves are important and which ones aren't. Make sure that you watch this video all the way through because without certain SIGs, you won't be able to do the glitchiest moves and combos in this game. Okay, starting with our dribble style, if you are under 6'5" and you have a 90 speed with ball, you're gonna wanna go Kyrie Irving. Kyrie is definitely the best dribble style in the game. I wish that I could get it on my Tyler builds, but you cannot. You have to be under 6'5" with the speed with ball with 90 to get this. So if you can get it, you definitely gotta have it on. But if you were 6'5" and you have something that's lower than a 90 speed with ball, you can go with Zach LaVine or you can go with Magic Johnson. Both of those are pretty good. Also for my guards that are 6'5" plus, you can also use Magic Johnson and Zach LaVine. This Magic Johnson right here, I don't know y'all probably seen it, but it has that glitchy misdirection where you cross over one way and then you speed boost back the other way. That's from the Magic Johnson dribble style. So that is very cheesy for 6'6"s. Whenever you combine that dribble style with the other 6 I'm gonna show you in this video, Magic Johnson is super glitchy. It's now for my builds that are 6'10" plus. I have a 6'10" build that I play like a guard with, and I use pro dribble style. You don't have a lot of options whenever you go that high. Once you go past 6'9", a lot of the really good dribble moves you're not able to get. So I'll go with pro, and it's pretty decent for me. I dribble perfectly fine on my 6'10", so I will go with pro if you're 6'10" plus. Moving on to our signature size up, if you're under 6'5" with a 95 ball handle, I definitely recommend going with Steve Francis. This is by far the glitchiest, cheesiest signature size up in the game. It was the same last year. It was the best signature size up in the game last year, and that's the same way this year. But if you can't get Steve Francis and you're under that 6'5" threshold, you can also go with Derrick Rose. All you need is an 87 ball handle, or you can go with Trae Young and all you need is a 92 ball handle. That's still pretty high. So if you're going to get Trae Young, you might as well go ahead and get Steve Francis. But if you can't get either one of those, go with Derrick Rose. It's pretty good. Now for my builds that are 6'5" plus, it's mainly gonna be my 6'6"s, 6'8"s. Those are the main heights that people go with whenever they go above 6'5". You can go with Dwayne Wade. That's what I've been using on my 6'6". You can go with Tracy McGrady, also another good one. And then De'Aaron Fox is good as well. I used this all last year on my 6'8" and 6'9". I feel like it's a little different this year. I feel like it's a little odd. It's not as smooth as it was, and I think it's because you can't speed boost the same way you could last year. But you can go De'Aaron Fox, Tracy McGrady, or Dwayne Wade. Onto our regular breakdown combo. If you are below 6'5", I use Darius Garland. I think it's really good. I don't do this move a lot and the dribbling style in this game, but you really don't see people doing breakdown combos a lot. But if you do use it, if you're under 6'5", use Darius Garland. If you're above 6'5", I recommend going with De'Aaron Fox. It's pretty decent. It's not super overpowered. Like I said, this move is not done a lot, but I use De'Aaron Fox. And then for my 6'10" plus, I'm going with pro. I like to do this move because at 6'10", you don't have a lot of different options, and this is just something you can add to your combos and throw your defender off is by doing this little breakdown combo. I use pro and it's pretty effective. Onto the aggressive breakdown combos, I'm also using Darius Garland for my builds that are under 6'5". Like I said, I really don't do this move a lot, but as you see, it has a good animation and it can be effective if you combo it up the right way. For my builds that are 6'5" to 6'9", I recommend going with Jamal Murray. And then for my 6'10" pluses, I also recommend going with pro. As you can see, you get a little crossover rhythm dribble going right there. You can combo up out of it or speed boost off of it. I use this move a lot whenever I'm on my 6'10". I just don't use these moves a lot on my smaller guards like 6'6" or 6'2s. Onto our skate moves. This is one of my favorite moves right here. This is what you're gonna get your crab from, or your crab moves when you do the L2 cancel and you speed boost out of it. The way you do your misdirections behind the bag, misdirections in front of you, this is all gonna come from your escape moves. So if you're under 6'5", I recommend 2 different escape moves to go with. Kemba Walker for one. Everybody can get this. 6'6"s can get this. I recommend going Kemba Walker, but if you can also use Trae Young. It's pretty good, but you need a 92 ball handle. That's the only difference between that and Kemba Walker. Both of these have their pros and cons. You really got to put them on and see which one you like better. I feel like Kemba Walker is easier to activate, but it makes you get closer to the 3-point line, if that makes sense. And then Trae Young, you get more separation when you do it, but it's kind of delayed when you try to activate it. That's what I would say the pros and cons are with these two, but you can go with either one. And you can also use either one of these if you are 6'5" to 6'9". You just have to have a 92 ball handle for Trae Young, like I said, and then for Kemba Walker, I need an 86 ball handle. My builds are the 6'10" plus. On my 6'10" build that I play with like a guard, I use Kevin Durant. It's pretty good. It's not super overpowered, but it's the best one out of all the ones you're able to get. Onto the combo moves. A lot of people don't do this move because they don't know how to activate it, but all you gotta do is flick your right stick left and right real fast. It's gonna give you a combo move, and that's all it is. It's very simple. For my builds under 6'5", I am using Steph Curry. You need a 92 ball handle as well as being under 6'5". Like I said, I don't do it a lot. I don't see a lot of people do it, but Steph Curry is a good one to use. All right, for my builds that are over 6'5", anybody can get this as long as you have a 90 ball handle. I'm using Tim Hardaway. So on my 6'6", this is what I have equipped on them. And then for my 6'10" plus, I recommend using pro. A lot of the 6'10" moves are going to be the pro moves. The pro moves are pretty straightforward and pretty basic moves, but they're very effective. So I recommend going pro for combo moves if you're 6'10" plus. Hey, real quick, if you're enjoying this video, please hit that like button so this video can get pushed out to more people. But let's get into the next moves. Onto our crossovers. I do this move a lot when I'm coming down the court. For my smaller guards that are under 6'5", and also my taller guards that are from 6'5" to 6'9", I use Kobe Bryant crossover. Very good crossover. It helps you get up the court pretty easy. I know there's some other ones that people will recommend, but I have to lab those up before I tell y'all that they're good to use. I've been using Kobe Bryant since the game dropped, and it's pretty good. For my 6'10 plus builds, I've been using Kevin Durant, but as you can see, all these are based on ball handle, and I have a lower ball handle on my 6'10 plus build, so I go with Kevin Durant just because I can't get the 88 ball handle that I get with Kobe. So that's a good one you can use if you're 6'10 with a low ball handle. Onto our behind the backs, and by far the best behind the back in the game is Jamal Murray. For Jamal Murray, you have to have an 83 ball handle. You have to be under 6'10. So anything from however short you can be, 5 whatever it is, all the way up to 6'9, you can get Jamal Murray behind the back, which is super cheesy because this move right here, it'll stun you. It'll get you open 9 out of 10 times. This move will get you open, I promise you. But anybody can get this move. Most broken move in the game, and everybody can get it. If you don't want to use that, you can go with James Harden or also the curry slide. Both of those are pretty good. But I recommend going with Jamal Murray. It's the best in the game. And if you can't get Jamal Murray, if you're my 6'10 plus builds that like the dribble, I recommend going with Jason Tatum. All you have to have for this is a 75 ball handle. On to our spins. I use basic for every build I have. I don't do this move a lot. There's no requirements for basic, but in the past, basic has been the glitchiest spin in the game, so I'm just used to putting it on. I don't know if the basic spin back is back from last year. I haven't tried it, and I haven't seen anybody do it. If you like to do different kinds of spins, you can go live up the spins, but I don't do this move a lot, so I just threw this on. On to our hesitations. On my guards that are smaller than 6'5", I don't know why, but I use John Wall. John Wall is pretty quick little hesitation to do whenever you're doing combos. If you need to get out of a situation, you can just pop a hezi. But for my guards that are over 6'5", all the way up to 6'9", if you have a lower ball handle, John Morant is the one to go with. And also, if you do this hezi after doing a move, you can speed boost out of that just the way you did last year. So if you didn't notice on your tall builds, it's hard to speed boost out because you don't have good dribble styles. But if you do a move and you do the John Morant hesitation, it'll let you speed boost out the same way. And then for my 6'10 builds or builds with low ball handle, like a 70 ball handle, which is all you need for Scottie Pippen, I recommend going with Scottie Pippen hesitation. I don't do this move a lot on my tall build, but it is a good hesitation to have. Moving on to our step back, we got a lot of options right here. For my builds that are under 6'5", right now on my 6'2", I'm using Stephen Curry. You have to have a 92 ball handle and be under 6'5". It's very good. It has a good hop back, it has a good snatch back in it. Very super effective move. But let's say if you're over that 6'5" threshold all the way up to 6'9", you can use John Wall. With this right here, you get that LeBron James step back. You also get a good snatch back. This is an all around package. I might use this on my 6'2". It's a pretty good step back to use. It has a lot of different good moves inside of it. So if you're over 6'5", 6'6", 6'7", use John Wall. And then for my builds with low ball handle or my 6'10", 6'10 pluses that like to dribble, recommend going with Vince Carter. I feel like it's the best one by far. It has a good hop back, good snatch back. It's a pretty effective move when you add it into your combos. I've had a whole bunch of success using this, so I recommend going with Vince Carter. All right, right now I'm on my 6'2 guard, and I want to show you a few different combos I like to do. This first one is a Steve Francis crossover into a crab, and then behind the back. I like to do this move a lot when I'm coming down the court just to get into my combos. And the 3 moves you're gonna need to do it is the Steve Francis crossover. So all you do is flick up or left on your right stick, and crossover like that. And then the crab. So I'm using Kemba Walker, I believe, right now. You can use Trae Young or Kemba Walker, but you hold down your right trigger, and then you're gonna do the same thing you did when you did the Steve Francis crossover, but now you're holding right trigger. It's gonna give you this move right there. That's a crab if you didn't know. So all you do is hold down your right trigger, diagonally up left or right, diagonally up left or right. It's gonna get that crab. The third move you add to this is the behind the back. The behind the back I have on right now is Jamal Murray. The way you activate it is hold down right trigger and then flick diagonally down left or right on your right stick. All these moves are pretty simple, but when you put them together, it looks like this. You get a real glitchy combo to set up your defender, to get down, initiate the offense, whatever you may be doing on 2s, 3s, whatever. That's a good combo to come down and start with. Another move I like to do is the misdirection in front of you into a snatchback, and how you activate that is by holding down your right trigger, and then the ball's in my right hand, so my right stick's gonna go diagonally up to the left, and then my left stick's gonna go directly to the right. It's gonna like this. Watch the hand cam, and if you want to do it the other way, just do the opposite of what you just did. It's gonna give you that move. What I like to do is do 2 of those into a snatchback. So a snatchback is this right here. You're gonna hold down your right trigger and then flick down, so give you that move right there. So when you put them together, this is what it looks like. Yo, boom, boom, and then to a snatchback, and then you can put that into a Steve Francis cross into that other combo I showed, and then Trae Young speed boost out of it. Maybe go back and do an L2 cancel. Tons of different things. Now that you have the best dribble moves, check out this video for a full dribble tutorial that'll teach you how to use them.